Hello everyone, welcome to Celebrial, where we break down the drama the industry tries to hide. And today's story, buckle up because this one gets dark fast. We're diving into the latest explosion between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. And trust me, this is the messiest chapter yet in their never-ending feud. The girlies are at it again. Cardi B just sparked the wildest twist so far, and this time it's way past music.
That shit got me so hot, my nigga. So hot. Like, yo, I do not play when it comes to my child. Don't play with me.
Past shade, past petty shots. Their rivalry took a turn nobody expected when both started dragging each other's kids into the chaos. What began as Twitter shade blew up into a full-blown digital war. Cardi threw a harsh low blow, hinting that Nicki's son, Papa Bear, was slow.
But it's like, it's a whack feeling when your kid don't, not even trying to you and try to call somebody else mommy.
Feeding into those ugly whispers already floating around online. But what Cardi allegedly did next left the entire internet stunned. Reports say she claimed to have real tea on Papa Bear, even bragging about having his supposed medical records. She allegedly threatened to leak them for the whole world to see. With one move, this went from a messy rivalry to a scandal that crossed every line. Nicki's child suddenly became a target in a grown woman meltdown that spiraled completely out of control. At this point, it isn't rap beef, it's warfare. Cardi and Nicki just set the internet on fire and dragged their feud into a place it may never return from. Fans are stunned, asking how things got this dark. Everyone knows these two can't stand each other. That's old news, but publicly cursing each other's kids?
Watch, I'm not even gonna touch y'all, because everybody wanna be suing people. I'ma spit at y'all motherfucker like this. Like that. Don't play when it comes to my kid.
Turning motherhood into a battleground? Social media is a madhouse right now, with both fan bases going feral. And it all kicked off over Cardi's new album, Am I the Drama? And baby, yes, she might be. Because Nicki's fans swear Cardi was throwing shade long before that album even dropped.
There is an album, so you talking about no album with it? What? Y'all don't even want me to drop that album because y'all gonna be crying. Because I'm gonna outsell. I'm gonna have hits. I'm gonna be on top. That's a fact. Y'all better, y'all never watch the Fairly Odd Parents when they say you gotta be careful what you wish for because what you be wishing for is not what you're gonna want.
They point to a video where Cardi bragged about outselling Nicki, without saying her name, of course. But let's be real, everyone knew who she meant. The tension has been simmering for years, and now it's straight up explosive. Fans quickly clocked the numbers. Cardi's album moved an impressive 200,000 first week. But Nicki's Pink Friday 2 did slightly better at around 227,000. That tiny gap? It was all the internet needed to set the fuse on fire. Soon after, Nicki started retweeting posts flexing her stats. Things like Pink Friday 2 still holds the biggest first week for a female rap album this decade, or reminding everyone she had the highest vinyl sales for a female rapper since 1991. She even highlighted that massive 28.2 million first-day Spotify stream count, plus how she owns 2 of the top 5 biggest debuts in female rap history. Nobody's saying Nicki can't celebrate. She earned every number. But the timing? Way too slick. While the internet was hyping up Cardi's success, Nicki's posts came off like shade disguised as celebration. Fans instantly felt the energy shift. And that's when it was clear. This wasn't friendly competition anymore. Something ugly was coming. Then things went nuclear. Cardi allegedly fired back by exposing private details about Nicki's son, Papa Bear, claiming he might have autism. That's when Nicki snapped and dropped one of the most chaotic tweets of her career, calling Cardi Barney Dangerous ABCDEFG, falling off the charts with that big belly running trains barefoot. At that moment, the line was crossed, and there was no going back. Still smelly, still couldn't outsell me. ABCDEFG, surgery to look like me. Tell the Rat and tell Jay-Z, Rico, fraud, and perjury. That alphabet line wasn't random. It was a direct hit at Cardi's new album, where she dropped her own ABC-style track. Cardi caught the shade instantly, and her clapback was just as bold. What did Cardi B say in her #1 album? And just like that, the rap beef jumped from competition to straight chaos. Nicki wasn't done. Not even close. She rapid-fired tweets like she was unloading a whole magazine. Coca-Cola Barbie. The power I have makes these chicks come out of rehab every time. Go to your room. Nothing more annoying than a bored bee. You must have missed me, huh? Crazy. Now kiss my feet. Nicki was tweeting like she had something to prove. Then came another bomb. She mocked Cardi again, broad talking pregnant with the 4th baby. Barry BB HPV, allegedly. That's when Cardi completely snapped. She clapped back, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Your man had to snatch PP, tastes like honey, comb your be touching 12-year-old. Cardi wasn't holding anything back. And when Nicki dragged her pregnancy again, Cardi exploded. All right, now this is the 3rd tweet talking about my pregnancy. Like you wasn't going to fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce all them peas scrambling your eggs. Not allegedly. Lord protect my baby. Nicki tried to clean it up, tweeting, I've never had fertility issues. That's not something to use as a drag. Women dealing with that pain deserve love and prayers. But it was way too late. By then, the internet was already in full meltdown. Then, Nicki crossed another line. A line most artists never touch. She called Cardi Barney B, and then took a direct shot at Culture, Cardi's daughter. At first, some fans thought she was just calling Cardi fake, but it got dark fast. Nicki actually tweeted, Culture volume, you ugly too. That one message shifted the whole tone of the beef. Suddenly it wasn't rap, wasn't competition, it was vicious. Nicki kept going. Album flopped, P flopped, never won a fight. Outranked you even when you run to gangs. Shut up and come fight. Sympathy Baby couldn't pull 228,000 a port mission. And just when people thought she had already gone too far, Nicki went even lower, tweeting, Culture, you one roach and a monkey like your sister Cokie. B, please don't sniff Coca-Cola with baby number 4 and 5. Culture a vulture and her mama a crow. That was the moment the internet stopped laughing. Nicki wasn't just beefing with Cardi, she was attacking children, crossing boundaries even die-hard Barbz said were off limits. Then came another jab. They played you into hexing yourself. Your flop-heavy tongue hot for once. That's when Cardi completely snapped. No filters, no holding back. She went straight for Nicki's family. You wish you could call my daughter ugly. Culture is beautiful, and you know it. Your hate runs deep and nasty because your son is nonverbal because you messed him up with those drugs. She kept going. You jealous of other people's kids and their happiness? Papa Bear, I'm sorry you can't speak and bang spoons because your mom couldn't put the drugs down. The beef wasn't music anymore. This was full-on demolition. I'm sorry your mom ignores you on your birthday because she too obsessed and dark-spirited. The banging spoons jab was Cardi referring to a video of Papa Bear doing exactly that. And once she brought it up, social media detonated instantly. But Cardi wasn't done. She kept firing. You said Culture was what? That slow son that came out your pee? You wished negativity on me when I was pregnant. And look what your karma did. Look what your rotten pee produced. A 5-year-old tiptoeing around who can't even spell his name. Fans were stunned. But Nicki wasn't backing down either. She came back swinging with her own ugly shots. Culture vulture. Your mom pregnant with another monkey to add to her litter? You jealous of a little baby boy just cause his hair better than your 4 bald monkeys put together? That pushed Cardi into full-on attack mode. Cardi exploded. I said it in 2018 and nobody believed me. You been talking about my child since I was pregnant. You been jealous of my baby. I never said anything about your kid until now, but you started it. Then came the line that froze the whole timeline. It's one thing to be jealous of me, but to be jealous of my kids is insane. You jealous because my babies are beautiful and smart. That's why God punished you with a slow kid. You hate your child because you can't brag about milestones. Only hair, you dummy. Stop playing with my kid. At that point, the internet was pure chaos. Both fan bases were melting down. What started as rap competition had become one of the darkest celebrity feuds ever recorded. Cardi threw another wild punch. You just made your son's favorite color is 5. Get on, you crackhead. And that's when Nicki clapped back with her own fire, tweeting. Cardi B said she wishes she was dead. Even after beginning her litter of monkeys jokes, bad for y'all, she doubled down, saying raw and got pregnant with another monkey. Then came another low blow. You said, oh well, he all my baby daddies now. Your husband said he never liked you. Hubby told you years ago how ugly you looked, always swollen and busted from surgery. Guess what? So take my money. Yes, daddy. Ow, it's both our money now. That was the last straw for Cardi. She snapped. She dragged Nicki's alleged private medical history straight into the battlefield. Cardi fired off, why is it kept that you've been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar for almost 9 years? You heavy on perks and Xanax. You don't listen to nobody around you. The only person who has power over you is Kenneth Petty. And you know what happens with that Amex when you sedated. Social media exploded. People called it one of the nastiest reads ever, especially since rumors about Kenneth allegedly encouraging Nicki's substance use have been circulating for years. It all started when Kim Barbie said, you want to holler that people judge your disgusting husband because they're not used to being loved, but you know who is used to being loved? Wendy Williams. He loved her pockets to the end, letting her do all types of substances so he could keep digging in that purse. Cardi took that and ran with it, adding more fuel. Kenneth's love for Nicki the same, mixing nose candy with tranquilizers and even Ozempic so she stays sedated while he takes her money and lets her look crazy in public. At this point, the feud wasn't about rap, numbers, or albums anymore. It was about destroying each other's deepest secrets. Every hidden crack and every whispered rumor brought to the surface for millions to watch. Cardi wasn't slowing down. She pushed the line even further, leaning straight into the rumors about Nicki's son, Papa Bear, possibly being autistic. She claimed she had the receipts to back it up, tweeting, let this be the last time you mention my kids before I spill the tea on yours. While you talk ABCs, you gonna leave me the F alone today, ho? I'm sick of you, B. For years, fans online have whispered about Papa Bear being on the spectrum. But let's be clear, there's zero proof. People only speculated because he's 5 and hasn't been seen talking much on camera. But Nicki barely shows him publicly at all, so nobody truly knows anything about his development. For all we know, the kid could be a full-on chatterbox off camera. But Cardi's comments reignited the fire instantly. People twisted her words into confirmation, dragging Papa Bear into a brutal internet storm. Suddenly, random fans were using autism like some kind of insult, and that's when things got truly disgusting. Even die-hard fan bases started begging both women to stop. Autism isn't a punchline. It's serious, personal, and has no place in a rap feud. These are children being tossed around like ammo, and it shows how far off the rails this war has gone. People online said what everyone was thinking. Someone needs to lock them in a room and let them fight it out because this back and forth is straight up toxic. The shade, the dragging, the family attacks, it's all way beyond music, charts, or clout now. This mess feels like a modern-day Lil' Kim versus Foxy Brown, only way nastier. Back then, shots were fired, but reputations didn't get nuked. This time, families and innocent kids are taking the hits in the crossfire. And every time you think it can't get worse, somehow it does. Here we are, Cardi allegedly threatening to leak Papa Bear's medical records, and Nicki clapping back like her entire legacy's on the line. What started as petty shade has blown into a full-on war where nothing is sacred anymore. Not family, not kids, not medical files. Like, what in the HIPAA violation is this? At this point, it's not even rap beef. It's a straight race to the bottom. Both seem willing to go as low as necessary just to get the last word, and the fallout is getting uglier by the minute fans are watching in disbelief, asking how it spiraled this far and how much darker it could still get. Because if this is where the feud stands now, what happens when one of them finally crosses the line that can't be undone? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Celebrial because this story is nowhere near finished. See you in the next one.